Hey, John here. Here's Lick of the Day number 87. This is a Neoclassical hybrid and alternate picking run. As usual, you can find a link to the tabs in the description below or by clicking here on the screen. And I'm going to play it once slowly and then break it down. We start here on the 13th fret of the high E string. Alright, so this is quite similar to the lick we had yesterday in terms of the shape. It's actually based on the same notes, but like I mentioned yesterday, we played the fifth mode of the A harmonic minor. And now we're simply going back to the mother scale of that mode, which would be the A harmonic minor. And A harmonic minor is exactly like a natural minor scale. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, but with a natural 7 instead, to give you that neoclassical sound. The shape here is going to be repeated in octaves, and it's kind of a weird 11-note sequence. Quite similar to what Yngwie played in the Trilogy Suite, but he added something here which I'm not doing, so it's not exactly the same. And it's, if you alternate pick this as I do, it's going to be a bit tricky because the next version here is going to start with an upstroke, and then that's also why I keep harping on about practicing things starting with an upstroke and a downstroke, or vice versa, so you don't get into big issues with odd numbered sequences, for example. So with that said, let's just go through the whole thing here. I'm going to show the shape first because we're going to repeat it in octaves, like I said. So we have 13, 12, 10, and then we have 13, 12, 10, and then 9. So a complete octave of the harmonic minor scale. That's going to be repeated like that. But the actual sequence then is going to be 6 notes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shift down to the 7th, the natural 7th, and then we're going to play a 5-note sequence. And if my math is correct, 6 plus 5 is 11. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 notes. And we're going to repeat that starting with an upstroke on this octave. So same note. And we'll start with a downstroke here again. But now we're not going to repeat it exactly the same way. It would be kind of boring. So we, as in I, added this ending to it with hybrid picked arpeggio, basically. So we got the 5 chord here, which is an E major chord with the 3rd in the bass, and we have this string skip pattern that I use hybrid picking for. I guess you could do it with alternate picking, but it would be very hard to get it as smooth as the hybrid picking stuff. And even though this might look quite tricky, once you get used to the hybrid picking stuff, it looks way harder than it is. So don't let that scare you. It's a very, very good technique to have in your toolbox though. So I'm going to play it again from the beginning, and then we're going to break down the last part here. So. So from this note, the 3rd of the 5 chord, G sharp, and if I show you the shape here, it's going to be way easier to do this. So we have 4th fret of the low E string, then we have 7, 6, 4, 5, 4, 7. And we play every other string here. So we go E string, and then D string. So that's basically going to be the same note an octave higher. And then we'll go to the A string with a downstroke, G string with the M finger, and then downstroke on the D, M finger on the B string, downstroke on the G, and M finger on E, and finally downstroke on B, and then M finger on E. And then we end with a downstroke on the 8th fret, which would be the minor 3rd of the key. So we're going back to to the 1 chord here, A minor to end it. So I'm stopping here and then I do this. So basically like it's not a slide, but it's this kind of legato thing. So the whole thing from the beginning. Practice-wise here, work on the initial sequence, obviously. But you can repeat that in each octave, so you don't have to go down the whole way, so just go. So that's a really good way of getting used to starting with a downstroke and getting started with an upstroke. And I notated this as 16th notes, so try that at first. But you can also try it with triplets and any other subdivision. For hybrid picking, basically take this shape and then move it up and down the fretboard. So just do it very slowly. And basically just move it up and down the fretboard, but also make sure to check out the hybrid picking playlist. I'm going to leave it here at the end of the video, so you can check that out if you're interested in hybrid picking and you don't know how to get started. I have a lot of great advice in that playlist, especially if you start from the beginning and you get a lot of good stuff that you can work on. All right, that's it for this one. If you have any questions, just post them below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next one.